My dear students, in today's class we are going to study about vegetative propagation, which is another method of asexual reproduction. So what is meant by vegetative propagation? See here, if a new plant or a new offspring is produced out of the vegetative parts of a plant. So what are the vegetative parts? That is, stem, leaves and roots are called the vegetative parts of a plant. So if a new plant is produced from either of these, either from roots or from stem or from leaves, if a new plant is produced, then such a type of reproduction is called vegetative propagation. That is the formation of a new plant from the vegetative parts of a plant. That is stem, leaves and roots. See here, for a plant, there are vegetative parts and reproductive parts. So vegetative parts include these three. Now, if you go to reproductive part, see here, the main reproductive part of a plant is flower. Now, flower has, you know already, there are bisexual and unisexual flowers are there. Now, what do you mean by bisexual flower? That is, in a flower, there will be male part and female part. So, as you know, the pistil or carpel, that is, the pistil or carpel, which consists of stigma, style, ovary and ovule, contribute the female part of the flower. So together the female part is known as the gynoecium. So the female part of a flower is called a gynoecium, which contribute stigma, style, ovary and ovule. Whereas the male part of the flower is called stamen, which contribute anther and filament. So together it is called stamen and we will call it as androecium. So this is called the male part of the flower and this is the female part of the flower. So if in a flower, if both these parts are present, that is gynoecium and androecium, if it is present, then we will call it as a bisexual flower. And if in some flowers you can see only gynoecium is present. In some other flowers you can see androecium is present. In such a flower we will call it as a unisexual flower. About this you can study in the coming classes. So reproductive parts are important in sexually reproducing plants. So hibiscus like flowers is an example for bisexual flower, which because it consists of both the male part and the female part in the same flower. So this flower is the reproductive part of a flower plant, and root, stem and leaves are called the vegetative parts of a plant. Now see here, now we are going to study about vegetative propagation, that is vegetative reproduction, in which the new plants are formed from either root or stem or leaf. So among these, first we are going to discuss about stem, modified stem, in which new plants are produced from the stem of a plant. So here example taken here are modified stem or stem modification. Example taken are potato, ginger and onion. So here potato is called a tuber, ginger is a rhizome and onion is a bulb. The potato tuber we used to say, ginger rhizome and onion bulb. So here why these are called modified stem or stem modification means these are actually modified for, that is the stem portion of the plant is modified for storage of food. So the edible part of the potato that we are taking as food is actually the stem of that plant in which it stores the food. So what is the need to store the food in the stem portion? Because in this plant the stem is acting as a storage organ. So what is the need to store the food? Because as you know, the plant may remain in a period of dormancy. For certain plants you can see a period of dormancy is there. What is meant by dormancy? That is the inactive stage of the plant. That is, the physical activities are temporarily stopped in certain plants, certain plant organs. So in such cases, this stored food will be used by the plant part for the time where they are not actively involved in the growing process. So in such cases, these plant parts will use up the stored food which is stored inside the organ. So potato, the stem portion of the potato plant is acting as the storage organ here. The same like in ginger, it is also an example for stem modification, but we will call it as ginger as a rhizome and onion is a bulb. All these three are examples for stem modification. Now let us see how potato is involved in the vegetative propagation. That is, the stem of potato, the edible part of potato, is involved for the propagation process. Now see here, see potato. I told you potato is a tuber, and if you look at the structure of potato, you can see if you keep the potato for some days, you can see the appearance of notches like this. So now what is the use of these notches is, each of these notch is responsible for growing into a new plant. So suppose if you cut the potato like this, in the portion where each cut must include one notch inside that. So when you cut the potato tuber like this, and you can, and each bit if you allow to grow after better seed bed preparation, if you allow to grow each of this bit in seed bed, in proper planting process, then you can see that from each of this notch you will develop potato will develop as many as number of plants as the number of notches here if it is healthy. So such a planting process, that is, from a single potato you may get as many number of plants as the number of notches present there. So the condition is that each cut must include one notch inside that bit. So the formation of potato plant in this way is why it is called vegetative propagation. That is, from the stem portion. This is the stem of potato. So we are receiving modified stem. So we are receiving as many number of potato plant from the same potato. So this is an example for vegetative propagation. The next example taken here is ginger. As you know, ginger, you might have seen ginger cultivation. So here you can see from each bit, it will develop into a healthy ginger plant. So ginger is called a rhizome. Now another example that we are going to explain here is regarding onion. See here, onion is called onion bulb. You can see the development of growing tip. So this is a root portion. So from here, it will develop from a single onion. We will get as many number of, if it start germinating, as many number of onion bulbs we will get from a single onion. So this is regarding stem modification. Now another example, as it is given in your textbook, it is regarding money plant. So you can expect questions from this. What is the process of vegetative propagation in money plant? Now see here, in a money plant, the stem of the money plant can be cut into many pieces, but each bit must contain one node. You can see the formation of node. If you observe closely, you can see the formation of a node in each bit. So if you cut like this, and each bit if you replant, you will get many number of money plant. So this is also another example for stem modification or vegetative propagation by stem modification. So this is also a stem modification. These are all examples for modification in stem and which undergoes vegetative propagation. Now see here children, these are the notches. See, formation of notches in potato. These, if you cut from here, and here, you will get many number of potato plant from a single potato. These are all the formation of notches. See here, this is an example for vegetative propagation. Now see here, this is ginger. You can see the formation of the growing tip. You can see if you cut from here, and suppose if you cut from here, each of these bit will develop into a healthy ginger plant. So these are all examples for vegetative propagation. So from this portion, you can expect questions like name some of the plants which undergoes vegetative propagation by stem modification. Or what are the what is the process of reproduction in potato, ginger, onion, or money plant? Because it is given in your textbook, it is very important. And in potato and money plant. Okay, so that is all about stem modification. We can continue in the next class with root modification.